First, I want to thank the organizers of this event. I really just came by to say thank you. I just left a Rodman Baptist church where African American faith leaders are having a special service for our Jewish community and reminding us all that we are all one. And the rabbi who was there, who spoke from one of the three congregations at Tree of Life, said it is a shame that we have to have a lunatic kill people in order for us to be able to come together. And there's something so true about that and sad. But there is another part. And that other part is that, and you understand this, so I'm preaching to the clergy when I say this to you. There's a series of actions that cause something to happen. When you study public safety in cities, you will study the broken window theory. And the broken window theory says, here's a building that has a broken window. And if you leave the broken window like that and you don't fix it, what you're going to see is that trash will start to show up and people will throw things down by that broken window. And then soon there will be graffiti on that building at that side. And then people will start hanging out there who shouldn't be hanging, and then you'll see crime. Hate speech creates hate crimes. There is a direct correlation. And when the discourse of a nation on any issue gets to the point where irrational thought, evil, and bigotry are a part of the communication of it, it leads to the next degree, where somebody will spray paint anti-Semitic remarks on a wall and feel that that's okay. It will lead to the next, when an Orthodox Jew will be walking down the street and someone will scream verbal assaults at them. It will lead to the next, where somebody's business that's a Jewish business or any other marginalized group has a brick thrown through the window. And then it will lead to the next, where violence will be taken against people. What we saw on Saturday was many levels of evil. And you can't out-hate hate. You can't fight back and say, no, you're wrong, and come up with names and criticisms. You've got to be able to fight it with love. It is the only pathway in order to be able to have it work. You have to be able to fight it with compassion and be able to win over hearts and minds, and you have to be able to stop it at the very beginning. When those comments are being posted on Twitter, when the letter to the editor says something that you know is universally wrong and bad, or when somebody is standing in the well of Congress spewing hate to somebody because of the way they pray, the way they love, the origin of where their family came from, or their designation as an American. Any of that, you have to stop at the base. I spoke for nearly an hour today with the mayor of Parkland, and I asked her a couple of questions about what should we expect in the next coming weeks and the next coming months, because this darkness isn't just going to dissipate and go away after the last funeral on Friday. And we talked a lot about this very concept of how we change the discourse in this country. And that's why I'm here tonight, because it's doing this. It's gathering in groups that believe in love and believe in compassion and believing in understanding. And it's empowering these groups to be able to do even more. I'm going to keep the politics out of it tonight, but you know that there are ways that you can change things. I would just chant, vote quite not all of them out. It's a little derivation of the chant, but it means a lot to me. But I want you to understand this too. We're Pittsburgh. We love the fact that we're blue collar, right, Ken? Absolutely. We have this beautiful understanding about where our grandparents and parents came from. A lot of us are Southern European, Eastern European, or from the Southern United States, and we built this country. We built it in the mills, and we built it through steel. We're Pittsburgh, and we're stronger than steel, but we are stronger than hate. And if there is a city that can exemplify how that part of America can be so compassionate and can embrace Mr. Rogers as our neighbor and our example of how we are all one, it's not going to come from Colorado or California or New York. It's going to come from Pittsburgh, and it's going to be a message that we will eradicate hate in every part of it, in every type of bigotry and racism that exists. And we will not allow it in this city, and we will live in a city where we don't have to arm ourselves to the teeth in order to have security, because we'll have security in the love that we give to one another, because we are Pittsburgh and we are one.